Los Angeles Lakers guard Bronny James reflected on his first NBA appearance alongside his father, LeBron James, describing the moment as overwhelming yet unforgettable. Speaking on the latest episode of Grant Horvat Golf, James revisited his debut against the Minnesota Timberwolves last season, when he and his father became the first father-son duo to share the floor in league history. "It was nuts. It was crazy. It was a crazy experience to be a part of, but like the nervousness. It was out of the roof," James said. When asked if he was shaking, James explained the unique pressure of stepping into a game with his father by his side. "I wasn't shaking, but, I was ready to go out and play, but it's different when your dad's on the team. You got expectations. The Lakers franchise has expectations," he said. "Yeah, for sure, I'm a basketball head, so it was fun to just be out there and step on an NBA floor for the first time. It was crazy." Pressed on the differences between college and the NBA, James pointed to the heightened competition across the league. "Intensity, skill level 2. Strength, speed. Everyone's just faster, stronger," James said. Bronny James enters second year as Lakers bolster roster around LeBron James. Luka Doncic. The 20-year-old guard played 27 games during his rookie campaign, averaging 2.3 points across 6.7 minutes per contest. His breakout came against the Milwaukee Bucks, when he scored a career-high 17 points with 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and a block while shooting 7 for 10 from the field and 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. James also spent time with the South Bay Lakers in the NBA G League, where he logged heavier minutes. In 18 games, he averaged 18.6 points, for 0.8 assists, for 0.5 rebounds, and 1.6 steals while shooting 41.5% from the floor and 33.6% from three-point range. The Lakers enter the 2025-26 season with significant changes to their roster. After acquiring Luka Doncic at the trade deadline last year, the franchise made additional moves in the offseason to strengthen its rotation. Los Angeles signed guard Marcus Smart, center DeAndre Ayton, and forward Jake LaRavia to complement Doncic and LeBron James. The upcoming season marks Bronny James' second year in the league, where he is expected to continue balancing time between the Lakers and the G League affiliate. His development remains one of the storylines as Los Angeles aims to contend with a roster built to compete in the Western Conference. The Lakers will open their season at home against the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday, October 21st. The Miami Heat and Los Angeles Lakers have reopened discussions on a potential trade involving wing Andrew Wiggins, according to Forbes' Evan Sidery. The talks come as both teams prepare for training camp and evaluate their roster needs. Los Angeles is very open to moving former first-round pick Dalton Connect alongside the necessary expiring salary. Miami wants a future first-round pick attached in the package, Sidery reported on X Saturday. The Heat acquired Wiggins from the Golden State Warriors last season in the Jimmy Butler trade, hoping his two-way ability would strengthen their championship aspirations. Wiggins averaged 19.0 points, for 0.2 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1.1 steals, and 1.0 blocks in 17 regular season games for Miami. However, his production fell sharply during the Heat's first-round playoff sweep by the Cleveland Cavaliers, dropping to 11.5 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game. Lakers' interest rises after Doncic extension. The renewed trade talks follow NBA insider Mark Stein's report identifying Wiggins as a target for the Lakers after Luka Doncic signed a long-term extension with Los Angeles. League sources say LA would indeed have interest in adding a two-way swingman who can raise their ceiling, Stein wrote in his The Stein Line newsletter on September 8th. The sort of player who is likely to interest the Lakers? My read, if Miami were to make him available, Andrew Wiggins. The Lakers had previously explored a trade involving Wiggins and Rui Hachimura, but they balked at the Heat's steep price. One story, and the one that I heard more directly, was that the Miami Heat were asking for Rui Hachimura, Irwin said on his podcast, The Lakers Lounge. They were asking for a first-round pick. They were asking for Gabe Vincent, whom they like, and potentially also Dalton Connect. The Lakers, I think, would be fine moving on from Dalton for Wiggins. They would obviously also be fine moving on from Gabe Vincent for Andrew Wiggins. And I also think they would probably be mostly fine moving off of Rui Hachimura for Andrew Wiggins, but they definitely did not want to include Rui and the one first-round pick that they can move this season. And so that was where, again, I heard directly that those talks kind of broke down. Heat maintain leverage. For the Heat, Wiggins remains a valuable asset under contract for 2 more seasons, with a $30.2 million player option for 2026 to 27. But the franchise must also navigate upcoming extension decisions for All-Star Tyler Herro and recently acquired Norman Powell, which complicates Wiggins' future in South Beach. Off-season preparation impresses Heat. Despite the playoff struggles, Wiggins has drawn praise for his off-season dedication. Greg Sylvaner of 5 Reasons Sports reported that Heat officials have been impressed with the time Wiggins has spent at team facilities preparing for the new season. Also, sounds like Andrew Wiggins has had a great summer with the Heat, who have been impressed with how much time he has spent around team facilities, Sylvaner wrote. Wiggins' preparation, combined with his versatility on both ends of the floor, underscores why Miami might prefer to retain him rather than rush a trade. As training camp approaches, Heat fans can watch closely. The Lakers remain interested but are constrained by limited trade assets. Any move involving Wiggins will reflect Miami's balancing act, maintaining next season's expectations, salary flexibility, and maximizing the value of one of the league's top two-way wings. The Los Angeles Lakers have intensified their pursuit of Miami Heat star Andrew Wiggins as training camp approaches, according to Forbes' Evan Sidery. Los Angeles is very open to moving former first-round pick Dalton Connect alongside the necessary expiring salary. Miami wants a future first-round pick attached in the package, Sidery wrote on X Saturday. The renewed discussions follow NBA insider Mark Stein's report identifying Wiggins as a target for the Lakers after Luka Doncic committed to a long-term deal with the team. League sources say LA would indeed have interest in adding a two-way swingman who can raise their ceiling, Stein wrote in his The Stein Line newsletter on September 8th. The sort of player who is likely to interest the Lakers? My read, if Miami were to make him available, Andrew Wiggins. Previous talks stalled over high price. Earlier in the offseason, exploratory talks on a Wiggins-Rui Hachimura swap broke down, Anthony Irwin of Clutch Points reported. One story, and the one that I heard more directly, was that the Miami Heat were asking for Rui Hachimura, Irwin said on the September 8th episode of his podcast The Lakers Lounge. They were asking for a first-round pick, Gabe Vincent, and potentially Dalton Connect. The Lakers would probably be fine moving off Dalton or Vincent for Wiggins and maybe even Rui, but they definitely did not want to include Rui and the first-round pick together. That's where the talks broke down. Draft capital limits. Lakers' flexibility. Currently, the Lakers hold limited draft assets, one tradable first-round pick, 2031 or 2032, and a 2032 second-round pick. Another first-rounder will become available next offseason, potentially increasing flexibility. Owen stressed that the Lakers' best-case scenario would be acquiring Wiggins without giving up Hachimura or their first-round pick. Ideally, the Lakers find a way to move Maxi Kleber's contract, Gabe Vincent's contract, and Dalton Connect's contract, maybe with another minimum-type deal, Irwin said. From a basketball standpoint, that's the best outcome. You don't want to trade away your sixth-best player when you're on the outside looking in at the true contenders. Wiggins could elevate Lakers to elite tier. A two-way wing like Wiggins would complement the Lakers' core of LeBron James, Doncic, Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, and Hachimura. Jovan Boha said the move could immediately elevate Los Angeles into the Western Conference's elite tier. The Lakers, with the right move, can vault themselves up to the Tier 1 of NBA title teams and have a legit chance to win a championship, Boha said on the September 9th episode of his podcast. If the Lakers were to get Andrew Wiggins, or a player of that ilk, a two-way wing who can guard multiple positions, including backcourt players and wings, and take that burden off LeBron, Luka, Austin, and Rui, that's the ideal complement to Marcus Smart and Rui Hachimura. Boha echoed Irwin's assessment that acquiring Wiggins while retaining Hachimura would strengthen both the Lakers' first and second units. Will the renewed talks finally result in a blockbuster trade to boost the Lakers' title hopes?